Wagwan, what's great? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome and thank you very much for stopping by. My name is Chef Adrian Morris and you're watching Morris Time Cooking. As seen in the title, today I'll be showing you how to make a red velvet cake. So if that sounds interesting, stick around and see after the intro, we get right into it.
We know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
And we are back, and as you can see, I'm wearing red for just that special time of the year, Valentine's, for you and yours. Doesn't necessarily have to be a partner. You can do this with the kids, you can even do this for yourself. Whip up a red velvet cake in under an hour, and here we are going. We're going to be putting some frosting on there, cream cheese frosting. Ready for this? Let's get cooking. So real quick and easy, I have here 2 cups. 1 of each all-purpose flour and cake flour. Cake flour give it a more airy feel, cakey feel. But I just went ahead and I used 1 cup of all-purpose, 1 cup of cake flour. Chef, can I use all-purpose? Sure, you can use all-purpose 2 cups. We're going to sift those, but before we sift those, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. It's going to give it a little hint of chocolate cake, but it's not really a full-on chocolate cake. It's going to give it a nice color for that red velvet, right? To that, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. Just gonna sift those in. So just sift this to remove any lumps, because you know no one wants to bite their cake, and when you bite that, you have lump in there. Yeah, so sift that out real quick and easy. Look at that, looking good. Just stir this around, ensure that everything is fully incorporated. Now for the liquid ingredient, we're going to go in with 3/4 cups of sugar, some softened butter. I'm going to go in with 1/4 cup of butter. You can use cooking oil if you don't have butter, that's fine. We're just going to mix these two together. I'm using granulated sugar here. So I have here 2 eggs. Add them to the sugar and the butter mixture. And we're just going to mix those until we get a nice creamy mixture. We're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract right in there. Woo, that smells so good. 3/4 cup of buttermilk. That's what you want. Alright. Then to that mixture, I'm going to go in with about 3 teaspoons of food coloring, red food coloring, or the amount to your liking. I like my cake to be nice and red. That's mixed in, nice. So pour that right in. See a scoop and fold that in. Scoop and fold. And this batter is not going to be too runny. So that's the mixture you want. Nice. So I have here a heart-shaped cake tin. Yep. And we're just going to be mixing that in. If you don't have one of these cake tins, you can get a regular round cake tin. And that way you can just do your thing from there and cut it out, right? This is what I have. Grease that nicely. And then we're going to pour the mixture. Yeah. Top the baking tin. I like top to release any air pockets that may be there. Just comes to the top and bursts, right? We're going to bake that at 340 on the middle rack for about 30 minutes. And then we're going to crack the oven and leave it. Don't over bake this because we don't want to dry out the cake, right? We need it nice and moist. So after 30 minutes, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our cream cheese frosting, right? I have here 3/4 cup of butter, and that's unsalted butter. And it's at room temperature, nice and soft. What I want to do is I want to beat this until it's light and fluffy, right? Alright, scrape down the sides of the bowl. Get everything in the middle of the bowl and off the bottom. So that's what you want, nice and white in color and very soft. Now we're gonna add our cream cheese That's at room temperature. And this is 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're gonna beat that until fully combined. To that, I'm gonna add half teaspoon of vanilla extra. You get that nice vanilla taste, right? Scrape down the sides again. Always ensure to scrape down the sides so everything can be mixed properly. What's at the side, scrape the bottom of the pan. Bring everything to the center. Now we're gonna go again. So I'm gonna go in now with 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, or some people call it icing sugar. Gonna go in half the amount first, and then slowly mix in low speed so it doesn't come splashing up. Then you gradually increase the speed. Once all of that fully combined, then we add more. Again, scrape down the sides. Always scrape down the sides. You want everything to incorporate. I'm gonna add the remaining icing sugar. Low speed again. All right. A nice pillow of cream cheese frosting, right? And it doesn't fall right off right away. So I grab my reusable piping bag with the star tip nozzle. Fold that over. There we go. I just need this much for piping. Pull that down. Get out all the air. There we go. And I'm gonna pop that in my freezer. In the fridge for 30 minutes, freezer for 15, because I need to use it right away. All right, so I'm gonna scrape that from my bowl and add it into a clean bowl. So I can pop this in the fridge while the cake is baking. This can firm up a little bit, helping it to work easy. So there we go. Nice, somewhat cooled down. All right, we're gonna decorate the cake. What I have here is a cake cutter. You can use a serrated edge knife if that's what you have. So it has like numbers that you can adjust this thing right here. I'm gonna try and cut this cake into 3. So you hold it firmly and do a back and forth motion. That way you get a nice even cut. We're gonna give it a second cut. I'm gonna trim a little bit off the edge from the top. So we're gonna remove this top layer. This cake is so moist. We're gonna be using this for later on in the video. So now we have our cake cut. What I did was I cut 3 and separated the 2 top ones. I'm gonna get half of my cream cheese right here. All right, so with my spatula, get that cream cheese frosting. Gonna go with a nice dollop on here. I want to spread that evenly. Yeah. So you can see those layers. And now in with that cake, very soft. So we need to be very careful, ensuring to line that up nicely. For the second layer on here, whoa, come on. What I did with the cake that was from the top, because it's so soft, I pop it in my freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes, just so it can firm up and I can use it to garnish this cake beautifully. I'm gonna go in now with my frosting on top. This doesn't have to be perfect, right? Yeah. You're not looking for perfection. As I said, you want the kids can do this one. Just want to cover. I'm gonna go up from the side. So put that on the side. For the sides now, we're gonna go back and forth like so. Easy. As I said, this doesn't necessarily have to be neat. Alright, so that's what you want. It doesn't have to be nice and clean. So the remainder of the cake, we're just gonna crush that out. We'll just get that on the side of the cake like so. We just hold that up. Onto the side of the cake. So that's why I was saying you don't need to perfect this. You spread it all around. Press that on here. I'm just gonna drop a little bit at the top around the edges like so. Just scrape up the excess. Just sprinkle it close to the edge. And use a dry paper towel or hand clean rag, clean up the edges of your cake board. Alright, so with our cream cheese now, we're gonna create little stars or so around the edges with our star point tip. We're gonna create little stars. So one here, boom, two here, boom, three. We're gonna pop this in the fridge just to stay nice and firm up. So pop that in the fridge and we're gonna allow the frosting to firm up again, and then we're gonna finish it off, so stay tuned. I took it from the fridge, my frosting has set a little bit more, and this is totally optional, but I'm gonna go into a few strawberries. Yeah. Perfect balance of cream cheese frosting on that cake. And trust me, nice and moist. And the more it sits in the fridge, the moister it gets. Holy. Holy. My days. Yeah, man. Once again, happy Valentine Day to you and yours. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave your comments down below what you'd like to see next. You see, until next time, safe travel upon the gravel. And go and big up on yourself. Need an next slice.